My name is Margaret Schulze. Hearing aids. Although both my parents ended up with hearing aids, it was just not on my radar at all. Frankly, to foreshorten the story, my 4 grown kids in their 50s said, "Okay, Mom, we think you're missing out on some of the conversation when it's more than one-on-one talking with you. You're different, Mom, when you're in company than when you're by yourself. You can read yourself to happiness day and night. But now that you're older and retired, you're more alone. And we would like to encourage you to look into hearing aids because you pep up when you are with people." Well, as I do everything, I just thanked them for their good wishes and went my own way. Ultimately, they ganged up on me, and this was, was it 2 years ago? I'd guess not, probably closer to 1. And they did it this way. They said, "We're going to buy you hearing aids. We're all in." And Monica, the daughter who lives in nearby Teaneck, New Jersey, she's going to investigate the different kinds of hearing aids there are. And we'll go with you when she's found a promising dealer, if you want to say that. And Monica was very happy to begin this search with audio help because their office was 4 blocks from where I live. So we walked over, Monica and I, and we did no further exploring. The only person I've seen through this not very long journey now was Jessica. And when she showed us these little things, I thought, that's a hearing aid? I thought these were big things. No, they're little things. They fit behind your ear. And then this little squiggly thing, this little metal string attaches whatever you call that pointed thing that goes in your ear. That's all there is to it. And when you wear glasses like me, you don't see the ones in the back, and that looks like a hair. In short, I don't fancy myself terribly vain, but on the other hand, it's kind of fun to be able to hear as well as I do with these aids. And not be obvious about it. The other thing that I really like to do in my life is sing. And as a matter of fact, I sing in a church choir, and I can still do this. And so I questioned about that. And then Jessica not only did that complete analysis of my hearing abilities and needs, but revealed this new age of computer-generated stuff so that it can be adjusted in ways that we haven't reached the limits at all. Frankly, I'm delighted with it, and I'll say one more thing. I came home from my last meeting with Jessica, and she said, so I've computed this against your hearing aids, and you average 4 hours of use a day. And I do sleep long, and I am alone a lot, so that sounded okay to me. And she encouraged it all. I told that to Monica, and she gulped, and she said, Mom, part of our reason for wanting you to have hearing aids is for your safety. And I haven't observed you leaving a flame on the stove, or leaving the water running, or etc. But I'd like you to wear those more often, and I'd like you to wear them when you're home by yourself. It will relieve my anxieties about you living by yourself. I assured her that I always wear them when I go outside. That was good, she said, but wear them more inside too. And then she threw in the kicker. She'd been doing a bunch of reading about dementia. And the conclusion was, and I can forget words and scramble for things, but her point was this, and it made some sense to me, that when you hear better, correction, when I hear better, more keenly, and am therefore more aware of what's going on in my world, I am staying tuned in ways that help me age more comfortably for I know not how long. While audio help was the first place, our first stop in searching for the right hearing aids for me, the reason that we haven't gone further, either initially because the product was very good and there was no reason not to really appreciate the mechanics of all this. Part of the choice of it initially was the proximity of the office to my home. And I know all of us don't have that advantage. But I have found that the service that they have given to me was and continues to be just everything I can need. Let me give you an example. I went in for a scheduled appointment a couple weeks back, and I thought and in fact I asked for stronger assistance, whatever they call that, in terms of upping the grade of their computer contraptions that control my hearing. Because, and in this instance, the example I gave I was at church. I sing in that choir. I can hear very well my compatriots in the choir, and we're stretched along a balcony in the rear of the church. In short, I'm happy that I have these and that I have them with you, with audio help.